All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of I Never Met a Stranger I Didn't Like. I have an amazing guest with me. We're out here at the Uligal Lake, one of his favorite spots. Guys, I'm going to tell you something before I give you his name. His voice is going to make you fall in love with him. That deep tone. Kyle Maine, how you doing, Bubba?
I'm doing good, man. Good to be here. Good to be here.
What did I tell you? Listen to that voice. It gets me every time. How you doing, Bubba?
Doing good.
Good. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I've known you for a little while.
Yeah, about 3 years.
About 3 years now. And for the people that may not know you, what are you kind of known for around here?
I play music, man. I've lived here my whole life, but I've been coming out, been playing music, and usually just music.
Just music, huh? Yeah.
Just music, kind of.
Which, that's how I found you, kind of, in a sense, with your wife. You know, kind of met you through that, too, because I've known your wife, McKenna, for, gosh, years. Like, she was a kid when I first met her, like a teenager.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been. So, it's been a very long time. So, I met you guys I didn't even know you guys were dating until we were at Gator Fest a couple of years ago. And she was there with you, and I was like, oh, right on. And then I listened to you play over there, and I was like, dang, he's good. You know, I like that. And so then I don't even know like how we became friends. We just we snapped our fingers and we were like, hey, we're buddies now.
That's it. Positive connection.
That's how it was. But so you play music. Where do you typically play music at?
Honestly, anywhere and everywhere I can.
Anywhere and everywhere. So you hear that, guys. You're looking for some music anywhere and everywhere, pretty much. You'll come out and play.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Anywhere and everywhere. Around Tulsa, you know, I'll play around Tulsa, play around Claremore. We just did a show Friday night. Me, Casey West, and Michael Wayne did a show at the American Legion in Claremore.
Yep.
But just kind of anywhere and everywhere I can get in and play the tunage, man.
You're getting it going. That's right. That's what I love. Yeah. So you said you're born. So you're a Claremorean.
Yeah, I'm a Claremorean.
Born and raised here, huh?
Proud, born and proud.
Me too. I was born at back then it was Claremore Regional. It was here.
Yeah, that's where I was.
But there's so many of us that were like, oh yeah, I was born right over there. Yeah. And we never leave. We like kind of get away a little bit, but then we always end up coming back. It seems like.
Yeah, that's it, man.
It's such a good little community. It's small. It's good for our families. I mean, it's got its hiccups like everything else, but compared to those bigger cities and things, I mean, I take Claremore over Tulsa any day.
Oh, all day long, all day long.
No offense, Tulsa. Sorry, but it's a little bit quieter.
I like that slow pace.
Yeah,
you know.
Me too. The traffic, driving, like if it takes me 45 minutes to get across town, like I'm out. Like, I want to just give me 15 minutes. I'm there.
Yeah,
you know,
15 minutes with the train.
With the train, you're gonna hit one regardless. It don't matter. So, grew up here in good old Claremore. What kind of made you stick around here?
You know, I was younger. I moved away right out of high school. I moved to Nashville, went and lived with my sister. And I was up there for about 6, 7, 8 months, and then came back. I was like, man, you know, I ended up, you know, I had a baby with my ex-wife from a previous marriage. And then just kind of stuck around. You know, I wanted my kiddo to grow up around the same area I did, and, you know, maybe go to the same school. So it's turning out now she'll be 10 this year. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So just my
oldest is going to be 11, or going to be 12 this year. So it's crazy how fast they grow.
That's it. 12 going 22, right?
That's what it seems like. Gosh, my 6-year-old, she's 6 going on 22, and she acts like a teenager. Gosh, them girls, man.
Man, I'm telling you.
But anyway, so stuck around Claremore. You wanted to raise them around here. I get that. That's why I stuck around Claremore. I was, you know, I grew up Chelsea, Claremore from that stretch. You know, in between, you know, Foyle, Sequoia, like those back roads back there. That's how I learned how to drive.
Yep, absolutely.
And my friends growing up, it was laid back. We could run around and do stuff and not have to worry. You know what I mean? We got in trouble, of course, but
as kids should, you know.
Teenage boys, that's what you're supposed to do. But we had fun and we could do that, and that's what I want for my kids. I want them to be able to be teenagers, and I can know that running around town is going to be just okay. It's going to be okay,
right?
For the most part, as long as they're not too crazy. But that's my part is raising them right.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Having some fun with that. So you're ex-wife, but now you're married. You're remarried.
Yep, remarried.
You guys got how long? It's been what, year and a half?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years now. Gosh, yeah. I remember whenever I saw you. I think I saw you on the day of your anniversary.
Yeah.
You were like, "That's our anniversary today." I was like, "Oh, it's already been a year. Holy cow!" Like that year went by quick.
Hey man, time flies when you're having fun and you're with the right people.
That's right. You can't beat that. You know.
Absolutely.
So, Oklahoma, you're staying around here, playing the music. What did Kyle Maine as a kid like? What was he like?
Oh man, I was a rascal.
A rascal, huh?
Man, I was into everything. Growing up, I love being outside, love riding dirt bikes. But as I got into my teenage years, I really got into loving America. Right, I like politics.
Yeah.
I hate politicians, but I like politics.
I right there with you. I understand that.
So I went through the phases of, man, maybe I want to be a lawyer. Maybe I want to be a politician. Maybe I want to be somebody that can make a change.
Yeah.
And then it just shuffled into, well, these guys kind of suck.
I don't want to be none of
that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be none of that. So, I started playing music, and I can, I learned that I'm able to put my expression, my feeling, and what I think into a song.
Yeah.
And that gets out to everybody, whether you like it, whether you don't. That's just the way I look at it. You can turn it off. It's just easy.
Just push it. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, it's not one side or the other. It's this or that or whatever it is. It's just music, what you feel.
Absolutely.
And go with it. Yeah, I totally get that. Music has a special place in my heart too. I love music. I grew up with it. It's just, you can feel when somebody writes a song, you can just feel what they were feeling in it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
if you get a song that's not, it's empty. And I can tell, like, it's just like, it could be by a musician that I love.
Yeah.
But they put out a song and I'm like, man, they didn't do good on that one. And everybody's like, it's a great song, it's on the radio, blah, 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 but it just doesn't have that feeling in it.
Exactly.
And I think really, I go back to the 60s and 70s whenever the music really did change from lovey-dovey songs to saying what was on your mind and what was going on. It was a time that people go, I don't have to be my dad. I'm going to be somebody else. I'm going to be somebody different. I'm not okay with this like they are. And things changed, and music actually became a doorway to express your feelings, your thoughts, and how it can, how you're feeling. And before that, it was just basic lovey-dovey, this and that. I mean, really go listen to 40s, 50s music. That's what it's about. When you go even further, it gets into weird stuff, Like, they were weird back in the 1800s. But I mean, it's when music really changed. So going from being want to be a politician to change somebody, change something, change the world, help people. Honestly, I think music is probably just as big of an impact on it, because music changes people's lives. It gets people through the hard times. It gets them through the fun times. It helps them celebrate. It's everything in between.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's a good choice for you. You've got the voice for it. I mean, regardless if you're a politician, I'd be like, I love this man just because of his voice. I'd vote for him just for that. But I think honestly, that's probably where you're supposed to be in a sense. It's funny how
that's what it's feeling like, that's what it's feeling like.
As you keep on growing. So, this is a funny one. I asked this question. I sent out a questionnaire. I always like to get to know the guests a little bit deeper. I've known you for a while, but there's still things I don't know about you.
Yeah.
And I asked how your friends and family would describe you, and you put, I'm going to read it right here, a smart ass that would give the shirt off of his back. And when I read that, I laughed out loud, because I said, that's 100% accurate. Like, there's no like in between, like gray area. That's 100% accurate for you. You were one of those guys that probably is smart ass, but you're one of the nicest dudes like you'll ever meet. And you're there right there. And I just thought, that right there, in a nutshell, that little sentence describes Kyle Maine.
And I am a smart ass. I joke a lot. I'm funny. I'm hardly ever serious. But the way I look at it too is, everybody deserves a little grace. Everybody deserves kindness. Obviously there's people out there that take that for granted from people, but that's the way I look at it. Karma will come back around, and as long as I do what I feel is right, and then I'm on the right path, man.
Right. Yep. I'm right there with you. I've made enough mistakes in my life.
Yeah.
I've had more than second chances in my life. I've had lots of them. So
absolutely.
Giving that grace to people and just kind of having that is, I don't know, we kind of miss that in society anymore.
Yeah.
That empathy and for other people and what their situations are. I think we just kind of get focused more on what's happening to me.
That's it.
And that's hard to do, especially nowadays, because everything is centered around yourself. Me.
Yeah.
And so having that empathy for people and being like, don't get me wrong. Somebody cuts me off in traffic, I'm cussing, I'm yelling.
Absolutely.
But I'm not getting out of my car trying to fist fight because, I mean, that's my
Exactly.
way of letting it out. You
Yeah.
know, nobody else is hearing it. It's just me.
Exactly.
And my wife's like, babe, your blood pressure. You need to, don't get so worked up about that. I'm like, but they don't know how to drive. I guess, you know.
Where's the blinker?
Yeah, where's the blinker at? Come on. Yeah, things like that. But it's, you know, you had to have that.
Yeah, nobody puts themselves in somebody else's shoes anymore. And that's the thing. And that's what you said, we're forgetting in society is we never look at it from a different point of view. The only point of view that everybody looks at it from is from theirs, and that's the one that has to be right.
It has to be right. And I mean, that's not just for one thing. It's for like everything in the world right now.
Exactly.
We're so divided by our opinions that we don't even care about who a person is or what they are outside of their opinion.
Exactly. And our opinions too, man, that's what makes us human.
100%.
There are 7 billion people in the world. None of us are going to think the exact same.
Not even me and my wife think the same.
No, you know how many arguments me and McKenna get in, you know, just because we don't think the same. But in that aspect, and I'm sure you do it with your wife too, is I respect her enough that even if I don't agree with her opinion, that's her opinion.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I will love her for it all day long.
100%. I mean, you don't have to, I mean, that's part of the, like you said, the grace of the world. If we were all the same,
it'd be boring.
It'd be so boring. Like life would not be fun. Be like, hey, we should eat tacos today. Okay. I mean, yeah, at first you're like, okay, yeah, I get whatever I want. But then you're just like,
I don't really want tacos today.
Yeah, that's all we do today. You know? Like, so it's, I mean, it gets boring. I get that, man. I'm totally out of that. So tell me, what's a normal day for Kyle look like?
Man, I'll get up early morning, 6:30, you know, get the kiddo ready for school. Show, you know, McKenna will help get her on the bus, and then I'll leave. I'm out the door by 7:15. I go to work in Tulsa, and then by the time I get home, it's 5 o'clock, 4:30, and I'll come home and spend time with the family, sit on the porch. I like to do a lot of front porch sitting, picking on the guitar. And,
yeah, there you go.
You know, that's really it, man. I'm kind of a boring person.
Pretty simple life.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a simple life.
No.
I'll tell you that, man. Sometimes because I mean, you go.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're working a regular job and then you're doing gigs afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, whenever they pop up, it doesn't matter. You might go from work straight to a gig and be working till
So I did
2 o'clock in
Friday.
the morning.
Yeah.
See?
So I did
and
Friday.
Then have to get up and go again. So, like, that's intense. So getting that simple life and being able to just chill on the front porch and just pick on the guitar. I mean, that's we've started doing that in the evenings, just sitting on the front porch, letting the breeze has been great. It's been awesome weather. Dogs are out there running around. My youngest, she just turned 1 and she loves just to be outside.
Man.
And so I've kind of come to like really cherish that time in the evening where we just sit out there, because I don't get to just sit there and not think very often myself. So,
and that's the best part, man. You have all the, like you said earlier, all the crap happening in the world, you know, all that goes out the window when I'm sitting on the porch. When I'm sitting on the porch with my family, you know, when McKenna's out there with me, you know, whether she's painting, messing with her plants, you know, my kiddos running around out in the yard with the dogs, you know, that's all that matters to me at that moment.
yeah,
You
it's not worried about what's going on in the Middle East or this or that. It's, I mean, you can't change what's going on right now, so why not? Why focus on it? Let's just enjoy what we got right in front of us. I love that.
Well, and that's one of the best quotes I ever heard, you know, was from Willie Nelson, actually. He says, worry is the biggest killer.
That is.
Don't worry about something if you can't change it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no point in worrying, you know, so you just got to.
I wish I could worry less. I'm just a worrier. Man, that's all I do, it seems like.
That's it.
I
I
need to start listening to Willie and just kind of chill. Every time I start to get worried, I'll just start playing that back in my head.
That's it, man.
Can't change it, why worry about it?
Exactly.
Because, I mean, I overthink everything. I'm like over-prepared for everything. I'm like, what if this happens? What if this happens? Everybody's like, well, has that ever happened before? I'm like, no, but it could.
It could, exactly.
It's always, one time happened.
That's always the what ifs, you know.
And I'm like, yeah, I need to worry less myself.
Yeah.
So those porch sits, that's an important part. I mean, it's to clear your head, get ready for clear your head from the day, and then
just
rest, go to bed, wake up, and do it all over again.
Yeah, just enjoy where you're at, man. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, like I said, pretty simple life, pretty mundane. What motivates you to keep on going every day?
My family.
Family.
You know, family, you know, friends, you know, just building a better life than what I had for my kiddo.
Yeah.
You know, that's you know, she and McKenna, my wife, are the whole reason I keep going.
Yep, I'm right there. I've got 4 kids myself, and my wife. Like, there's times where I honestly I can tell you I probably wouldn't be around if it wasn't for them.
Absolutely.
They're the ones that if I get down or tired or rough, it's just a rough day. I just have to remember that's why I keep on going. It's what I do it. I have these tattoos on my arms for their colors, and everybody's like, "What is that?" It's my kid's favorite color. When I have a rough day, that's what I do. I look down and I go, "That's why I keep going." You got to keep on moving because, like you said, no offense to my parents. My parents gave me a great life, but I want better for my kids too.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, that's what a parent is. We just want to continue to make easier, better for. That's if you're not, then you're not really being a good parent, in my opinion. But sorry about that, people. But that's just how I see it. Your whole job is to give them the best life you can give them, teach them, raise them up, and
raise them,
raise them right.
Yeah, that's
the hard part about these days too. Is I mean, some of the stuff my kid comes home saying that he heard at school, I'm just blown away.
Yeah,
I'm like, what? He's in 5th grade, and they say, and I'm like, did we talk about that stuff when I was in 5th grade, or was I just like so much of a dork that nobody said anything to me about that stuff? Because I do not remember that when I was a kid.
No, there's a lot of stuff my kiddo, because she'll be in 4th grade, this coming year, but 3rd grade now, but she'll come home and she'll tell me the same stuff, all these crap these kids are saying, and I'm like, man, I don't know. I believe, that we've allowed social media to get a little bit too far in the sense of kids having social media.
Yeah.
Because then they see everything.
Yeah.
Everything in the world. You can't stop it.
It's hard. My kids don't have Facebook or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't get on TikTok or there's too many things on there that I worry about. And we've got YouTube, but we monitor that pretty hard. And most of the time they're on kids' YouTube. So it's
absolutely
somewhat
their innocence
monitored.
Needs to be preserved, until they're adults.
Oh, 100%. My son's, he's like this, he's got the sweetest heart, and he's such a nice boy that I don't want to change that from him. You know what I mean?
Right.
In a sense, because I went from, I guess, being a nice person to being a cynical person, and you know what I mean, real fast. Absolutely. As I became an adult. Yep. And I just want him to be as innocent and happy as he can be for the longest time, and not have to worry about any of that stuff. And the girls aren't quite, to that point yet, but Emerson is, and he's learning. He's a teenager, and he hears everything. He sees things. He understands things more than he did before. And he, like I said, his heart is so big that he just absorbs everything. And I mean, you'll be watching a movie with him, and he starts happy crying because he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy!" And I love it. I don't want to change my boy.
No, absolutely not. That's beautiful.
It's like you said, it's raising them up, and that's what keeps you going. It's like me knowing that. I mean, I'm not rich by any means, and most months we're just getting by.
Yep.
And, but when I see my kids running around, tackling me, jumping on me, and having fun and be laughing, I know, we're doing something right. Regardless if we're rich, poor, we can't go on vacation every year, we can't do this or that, but
they're smiling, they're happy.
They've got food. That's what it's about, man.
That's it, man. As long as they're happy.
That's pretty good motivation right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, being local, being around here, I'm sure you've grown up seeing, there's been people that may have inspired you, things like that. Who's somebody that locally may have, like, coming up that inspires you, and why?
Man, I got a couple. Locally, I know, personally, my grandpa.
Yeah.
A hell of a man, didn't miss a day's work in 45 years, 50 years. He's always there for his family, but he's a very stern man.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't budge, and that's what I love about him. Yeah. And that's the one thing that when he has a boundary, he puts his foot down on something. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it, and that's kind of the way.
I think we kind of need more of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no budging. There's no, when something's not right, it's not right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I've kind of tried to mold myself after that, and I thank him a lot, and he plays a big part in who I am today because of that.
Yeah, that's a big deal. My grandma was that person for me, she was that kind of like, I looked at her, and that was like the strongest person I ever seen in my life, and they're your person, you know what
absolutely.
I mean? Like, and no matter what, like you would not be, even an inkling of what you are without that person in your life. Like that's how much they have their fingerprint in you. And that's how my grandma is with me. So I totally understand that, you know, it's hard. You almost get emotional when you think about them because they're just that strong rock person that you've always seen growing up. And, like you said, putting that boundary down, I think that's a good lesson that could be taught to people and to younger kids, because we have so many people that just say whatever the heck they want to say with no boundaries, or do whatever they want to do with no boundaries. If you were to put your foot down and sternly say, this is my boundary, don't do this, we might have people going, well, maybe I should rethink what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Maybe I should rethink what I'm saying, because there are consequences.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think that is I love that. I love that kind of, that mentality of, this is how it is.
Yeah, and he's, you know, the one that, you know, nobody else in my family really musically, you know, I don't want to say musically talented or nothing, you know, but nobody sings, nobody plays any instruments, you know, but, you know, my grandpa built that love for me with that classic country music. He's always listening to Patsy Cline, Marty Robbins, you know, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, and that's where that kicked in for me.
That's where it came from.
Yeah, we'd go fishing in the mornings, and he'd always have it on 99.5, right? Or he had a tape put in a Patsy Cline.
There you go.
And that's what I love, you know. So I thank him, and you know, he's that reason for that side of that country music, you know.
Yep. I think it's funny you say that, because my grandma was the one that really got my music bug started, because she wasn't a musician or anything like that. She wasn't the best singer. But I love to hear her sing. But we would listen to the Mamas and the Papas, David Bowie, you know, John Denver. I mean, that's where I grew up, and that the Beatles and Elton John, and that's where my music taste developed, and that's where I got that love for music, was from her, because we'd sit on the front porch on that swing, just listening to music and working in the garden. And
there's where that front porch sitting comes back around.
There you go. It is. That's right there. But man, we need to start doing some more front porch sitting.
I'm telling you, that's what we need to get back.
People don't have front porches. Maybe we should start a business. We'll just get like a big old open field and make it look pretty, and we'll just have front porches.
That's it.
Just come and sit front porch. Front porch sitting.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I'm here for it.
All right, guys, get ready, because coming soon. Front porch sitting. Don't steal our idea. I love that front porch sitting. We're gonna have to start us one of them. So driving down the road, it's a nice day. You got the windows rolled down. What do you got playing on the radio?
Oh man, it could be a whole plethora of things. You know, my music taste, not what I can play, but my music taste goes everywhere. Man, it goes anywhere from, like I said, Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, Patsy Cline, Tennessee Ernie Ford. We'll get up into, you know, I like Limp Bizkit, right?
Oh yeah.
I like Sum 41.
We grew up with that. That was our teenage years right there. Yeah.
But honestly, if I had to pick something, if something's always on my radio, it'll probably be J.R. Carroll.
J.R. Carroll. There you go. Can't go wrong with that.
No, absolutely.
That's good. I mean, that's always good. Turn on the music, turn it up, and just roll down the windows and just chill.
That's it, man. A lot of driving songs, you know, a lot of thinking songs. I like listening to a lot of Willie Nelson, you know, a lot of Merle Haggard. You know, I like songs about.
Tells a story.
Story songs, perseverance, you know, going through something, beating whatever it is that's gotten you held back, you know, and, you know, but there's some songs I like just for the sound of it. Yep. You know,
just the way it makes you feel. Like my daughter, she loves Korn.
Oh, Korn. Man.
She's like, I'm like you too. I'm all over the place. I can be listening to 2000s emo to Willie Nelson. I mean, there's everything in between. I've got Eminem in there. You've got, you know, it's just whatever you can think of in between. Like, if it feels good, listen to it.
That's it.
And she's like the same way. Like, we took her to Korn. We took her to Korn when they came to Tulsa. What was it, last year or the year before, for her birthday? And everybody's like, you took your 7-year-old to go watch Korn. I'm like, she loved it.
Hell yeah.
She's autistic, so she really she feels it. She's one of those people that just feels that music and just it clicks, and
music is magic.
Music is magic. It can change your mood
in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Like, anything. Like, you could hear a song, you could be the happiest it could be, but hear a song that reminds you of somebody or something, and you go, oh man, it takes you back there.
It's nostalgia.
And not always in a bad way. You know what I mean? Not always in a bad way, because there's lots of songs I listen to that there's friends and stuff that are gone, and things that have come and gone, and that I hear those songs and I'm like, man, I haven't thought about them in a while. I'm glad I heard this song. It made me made me think about him again,
Yeah.
you know? And so it's magic. It just brings you all back together. So tell me, what's something that's in your life that really kind of changed you, that and kind of made you kind of rethink, go, oh, this is where, you know, maybe kind of changed the direction of your life and what happened?
Man, probably I've got two.
Okay.
You know, when my daughter was born, that made me grow up. I was 20 years old. You know, couldn't even drink yet. Couldn't even go to a bar. I was 20 years old, and I was like, man, I'm a dad.
Yep.
You know, I've got a little baby that I've got to take care of. You know, I brought into this world.
Yeah, it's my responsibility.
And, you know, that clicked. Man, I made mistakes along the way. You know, everybody does. And, you know, but her, and then whenever I married my wife, McKenna, you know, she kind of, I mean, that clicked in. She showed me who I'm supposed to be. You know
That's funny. Yeah, I'm right there. I 100% understand it, because those are, you know, my son, same thing. There's people who used to tell me, like, I sat down with a friend of mine after Emerson was born. He's like maybe 6-7 months old. And we were having a beer over at B-Dubs. And he was like, I want to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something. He's like, whenever we all found out that you were going to have a kid, we were like, that poor kid. That poor kid. And honestly, like, people go, oh my gosh, I can't believe your friend would say that to you. And if you knew how I was back then, you go, yeah, I mean, I understand, and I understood it. I was wild, man. I was,
and I appreciate
everywhere.
that honesty.
Oh,
too.
me too. And I love it. But then he came back and said, but after watching you, we all say, like, man, that it changed who he was. You're not the same person. Yep. And that right there was the biggest compliment one of the biggest compliments I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Because that was what I was striving for. I literally stopped doing. I was like, I don't want him to be like me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I said, I want him to have something better. I want him to have a better dad. I want him to have somebody that's going to be there. And that's what my whole life was. And then again, after I met my wife, we got married. You know, we got married, and it changed my mind about a whole lot of things. Yeah. You know, I wasn't going to get married. I wasn't going to have kids. There was a whole lot of stuff I wasn't going to do. And now I have 4 kids and I'm married. You know, it's a crazy thing.
It opens your eyes up a lot more than what they already were.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
your eyes are open looking in a certain direction, but once that, you know, whether, you know, the birth of a child, you get married to the love of your life, your eyes open in 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways now. You see everything from every perspective. Yep. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that because it allows more love to get into your heart.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it allows more love to get into your heart. That's good. Listen to that, people.
that's maybe a song in the works.
There you go. Look at it differently. Look at it in those different views.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, this is good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Let more
love in your heart, man.
That might be the next. He's gonna be on the CMT Awards pretty soon with that song. So. Tell us, you know, you're doing the music, you've been going. What are you excited about right now?
Gatorfest, man. Gatorfest is coming up May 9th.
May 9th. So that's a couple weeks away, isn't it?
Yeah, a couple weeks away, man. That'll be Gatorfest 5.
Gatorfest 5. Let's see. So people that don't know what Gatorfest is a little event that goes on at the Claremore Lake. Our buddy Jackson Savage, there we go. Yeah. Gosh, my tongue got locked up on there. Sorry, Jackson. We had a gator in Claremore Lake, and it was a big gator. It wasn't no little gator.
No.
They caught it, they killed it. Everybody was sad. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of us were sad. And so Jackson said, you know what? We're going to have a festival
for the gator,
honoring the gator, it's kind of funny because you think about gators, you do not think about Claremore, Oklahoma.
No.
And so whenever you hear Gator Fest, somebody's like, Gator Fest in the middle of Claremore, Oklahoma, that's the lore behind it.
Yeah.
And I actually had Jackson on the first season of I Never Met a Stranger.
Yeah.
Like for, I want to say maybe 3.
Yeah, Gatorfest 3, I think it was.
Yeah, so Gatorfest 3. So a couple of years ago, had him on, and he's awesome, dude.
Man,
he's
killer
wild.
guy.
He's so much fun. Like
He's a fun-loving person, man.
He is. He's one of those people. He's kind of like that smart ass that'll give you the shirt off his back kind of person.
All day long.
And he's just chill dude. I love him. Love his family. Yeah. They're great people.
And what he did for the community with Gatorfest.
With Gatorfest,
you know, he brought so many people together.
And it's just growing. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This year, he had to go like you had to get permits and everything this year because it's just grown. And yeah, sponsor. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I mean, first one, little tiny thing.
Yeah.
Second one, a little bit bigger. Third one growing.
Started to amp up.
Last year was pretty busy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't imagine what this year's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty good.
You got some killer bands on the lineup, man. You got the Big Cheese. Big Cheese is killer. Cheese
there.
Man.
And then I'm trying to think who else is on there.
Stoodwalk. Stoodwalk's playing.
You're playing, of course. Shoot. Sorry, guys that are playing. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Aceta. Yeah.
There's quite a few. So
quite a few.
You've got your time to hear some different style of music too.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. It's not all just country.
Yep.
It's not all rock. There's a little bit of taste for everything. So you kind of have your chance to get your style of music in there, and feel it, kind of go with it. So 5 years, where do you kind of hope to see yourself?
Oh man, that's a hard one. I'd see myself, still pursuing music, hopefully in a few years, in 5 years, I'll be playing places like the Canes Ballroom.
Yeah.
That's
a big dream to chase. I had Travis Peck on, and we were talking about Canes, and like for a local musician, that's like what we all strive to be, like, to play.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a historical venue. I mean, like me and Travis said, talking about like the people that have been on that stage.
Yep.
That have stood on that stage, people that have been in that green room, like the stuff that's gone on in that green room, like is just the stories that could be told just from that one little tiny space.
Well, and it brings in all that, like I said before, man, music is magic.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get all those guys from all those guys and girls, from different walks of life, different types of music, different types of, feeling behind that music, you bring a whole energy with you into that Canes Ballroom. And not every time does that energy leave. Energy stays there.
Oh, 100%. I believe that all those musicians that were there before just add to the magic.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've seen some terrible bands play on that stage and it still sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like you said, it's magic. I think there's a little Bob still in there hanging around. That he sprinkles his magic there and just keeps it going,
Well, and that's it too, man. You got, what was it? I think it was 1924 is when they opened it up.
Yeah, something like I can't. Yeah.
That's over 100 years ago at this point. But holy crap, dude.
And it's so crazy, like seeing Canes where it is now and how everything is just kind of grown up around it downtown. You've got these massive buildings all around it now, and it's just this little historical, like,
it's
just
still,
remember it's still sitting there because literally there's massive buildings right next to it. And before it used to just be like parking lots.
Yeah,
there was nothing there.
Just built that one huge, I don't know if it's
museum
apartments
there.
or right across the way, the OK Pop.
Yep, you got the museum that's going to be going there, and it's a good spot for the museum because Kane's there. But it's just so weird watching this little place, how like you said, 100 years ago started and just cultivated that music culture in Tulsa because it really, that's when it started. Because people don't realize, like you said, you've talked about going to Nashville and there's music. I mean, people probably would say that's a music capital of the country, Right. I mean, honestly, but like me and Travis were talking to, there's so much talent in Oklahoma.
Oh man.
There's so much talent here. The local musicians that we have, the venues that we get are just insane. It's so, I mean, like, being here and having that gem of Canes is something that. Sorry,
Absolutely.
We went off on a rant about Canes, but shoot, it's. I mean,
but that's it.
That's why you chase that dream as a musician, because it's something that's just.
Yeah, I think every musician, at least in my eyes, every musician has that place where they want to play.
Yep.
And that's it. And for me,
in their area, wherever it is.
Yeah. Yep. For me, that's Canes Ballroom.
Yeah, it's not like the biggest room in the world. I would play in front of just 3 people in there it wouldn't matter if I'm standing on that stage playing. Because I used to be in the music industry and we used to do concerts and we used to have shows there. So I've been in the green room, I've been back there, been on the stage, and it feels cool. But I've never personally got to play a show at Canes. And I think, it's been a very long time since I've played music.
I might have
I'd be rusty, but it's just, it's still one of those, it's even one of my dreams still as a kid, you know.
Well, hey, keep chasing that dream, man.
Maybe one day.
Get something put together.
Maybe one, maybe if I'm not even singing, I'll just be sitting, maybe doing a podcast on top.
Yeah.
There we go. That'd be pretty sweet. Anyways, so let's talk about so local hidden gems. What is something that's a local hidden gem you think that people think and I need to hear about?
Oh man, hidden gems.
It's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I mean, obviously Uluga Lake. Anywhere around Uluga Lake, that you find.
Where we're at is this little spot right before the dam.
Yeah.
We are, 12 o'clock right now, and perfect weather. Sun's out, shining. We've got sailboats out there going, and there's like nobody here.
Yeah, nobody here, man. It's
a perfect little, like, come have a picnic, hang out with the family.
They got grills. They've got.
See, yeah, there's so many picnic tables. Like, this is a pretty little, it's a hidden little gym over here. People they take it for, you know how many times I drive past this and don't stop?
That's it, man. Growing up, I would drive past here, going to Uluga, being a kid, driving around, all the county roads. Well, I'd come out here and I'd pull off here and I'd just stop and I'd turn on a CD and.
Look at the view. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous out here. This is a heck of a spot.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
you see for miles.
Miles. And I don't think people realize how big this lake actually is. It's massive.
Huge.
And this is just, a fraction of what you can see. But you can see a great part of it. So yeah, definitely an amazing little hidden gem here. What are some things that you guys like to do with the family, with the kiddo and the wife?
Man, we like going to museums.
Museums, yeah.
Anything historical. I'm a huge history buff. I love history. So we'll go up to the J.M. Davis Gun Museum, which I guess that could be another hidden gem too. A lot of people don't.
People that live here never even been there.
Yeah, that's it. I tell people about it, and they're like, "What is that? Where's that?" I'm saying, "The place out there, it's a huge tank." Like that's your
You know
clue.
where the big tank is at? And they're like, "Oh yeah."
I'm like, go in there.
That's a museum?
Yeah.
What did you think it was? Yeah.
Exactly. We go, there, we have the Will Rogers Memorial, that's a really cool place.
I love me some Will Rogers.
That's what we do,
man.
man.
Was
oh, dude.
Something else. He was way ahead of his time in that part.
Absolutely. Well, and that's what we like to do too. We go to, this can sound a little morbid, but we go to old cemeteries. Any old cemeteries and, forgotten cemeteries. And we just go out there and we look.
A lot of history out there.
A lot of history. Any headstones that are, messed up or fallen over, we try and pick them up. We try and, fix flowers on gravestones, stuff like that. Those people have been gone for, some of them, over 100 years.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody's came out there to visit them and, whether, their spirit may be gone, but, or whatever, but.
Yeah.
That's one just thing we like to do. And, Woodlawn Cemetery in Claremore's a good one. The oldest grave in there is 1854.
Wow.
And it was Elijah Hicks. He was a captain. He was a Cherokee captain on the Trail of Tears.
Shoot, I didn't even know that. And I consider myself a pretty good history man myself, because I'm the same way. I love it. I love to.
Yeah.
If anything, we learn from history, and so
absolutely.
I want to hear everything about it, so I don't make mistakes. But
let me get you another one. So there's an original Osage Village site where Woodlawn Cemetery is.
Really?
And it was Chief, I think it was Black Dog was his name. He was 7 foot tall, 300 pounds, right? And he was blind in his left eye. And this guy had this original village site where Woodlawn Cemetery sits now. And when he died, they put him in a cave. There's a cave somewhere out there that is big enough for 500 people and a year's supply worth of food. Nobody's found that cave.
What?
I'm telling you,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's it.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Let's go find it.
That's it, man. And there's just so much history.
You're going to have to take me out there show, because I'm
absolutely.
That is right down my alley.
Absolutely.
I'm the biggest nerd. I just like, with the podcast and things, people are like, oh man, you just keep it going. I just like asking questions. I'm a question. I tell people, like, ask my dad. Growing up, I probably asked way too many questions.
Well, that's how we learn too.
Yeah, but exactly. I have a ridiculous amount of useless knowledge in my head.
Me too.
But things like that, whenever you throw out something cool that, you're like, yeah. And I'm like, dang, that was pretty impressive. You're like, yeah, it's in my head. It makes you feel good that because that's not a common thing that most people know. honestly.
Right.
And so that's really cool. And we're going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. That's a good hidden gem too.
Yeah, hey, heck
I like
yeah.
it. I know people, like you said, people might think that, going looking at a cemetery is kind of morbid or whatever, but I see where you're going with it. I know exactly. I understand. It's the historical part of it. And like you said,
absolutely,
visiting somebody that's been there for that long, that maybe their entire family's gone. They have nobody there to, and like you said, just a body.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
It's still,
that's,
I don't know.
The last spot
I get
that
what you
they were
get.
at. Yeah.
I get where you're going. I totally understand that. So let's talk about community. We are local. This podcast is local. It's Oklahoma. Like we've got, like I always go into it, we've got so many amazing people here, and amazing things here. Let's talk about community. Why do you think community is strong? Why is it something that we should support?
Man, because the way I look at it, there's so much hate in this world now, and there's so much judgment that you could have somebody in your community really down on their luck. And if you don't have that community support, man, they're gone. They won't be here. That whole community is going to collapse.
Just gone. Yep.
But it's about family, regardless if you're blood or if you're kin or whatever. You see somebody struggling, help them out. You go to a mom and pop shop, they may only get 2 people a day, but those 2 people a day are what's helping keep their lights on.
Yep.
Rather than going to a big corporate spot, well, prices are a little bit cheaper. Well, they've got $15 billion in the bank.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're not trying to keep their lights on.
They're not supporting the little league team that's out there playing.
Exactly.
They're not the ones that are involved in Food Truck Thursdays. That are putting their time and their effort in to have those, to help with those things. Yeah.
Another hidden gem I just thought about, man. And speaking of community, somebody that's doing really good, Back Porch Coffee.
Back Porch Coffee, huh?
Back Porch Coffee, right next to Back Porch Bakery, and a little spot, man.
Yeah. Okay.
They're doing a lot of stuff with food truck or vendors and farmers. Doing a farmers market out there.
Heck
and killer coffee. It's all organic.
I'm gonna have to go check it out. I'm a coffee dude. Love my coffee.
It's killer.
I'll have to go check it out. I didn't even know it was out there. Well, there you go. And see,
beef brisket burritos.
Beef brisket burritos.
Breakfast burritos. See,
I'm down with that. I might have to take a little trip over there before I go to work.
Yeah, hey,
morning.
Heck yeah.
See what's up.
But that's with community, man. Just keeping everybody together.
Yeah.
Making sure we're lifting everybody up, because if one person, it's like the domino effect, right? You see all these little towns. That's why I love Claremore. Claremore's grown. Claremore's fallen a little bit. It's brought itself back up, over the years.
Oh yeah, I remember back whenever we had Kinger clubs there, and there was nothing else downtown. There was a couple places, but it was a bunch of empty buildings.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah, but now, and then speaking back on the history of it, is you've got these buildings that have been there since the early 1900s.
Oh, I mean, my favorite thing to do is to think about the Will Rogers Hotel there, and how, you look at it now and just the design of what it is. It's so grand.
Yeah. Back
then in northeastern Oklahoma, which was dirt.
Yep.
That was huge. It was like a cathedral, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so grand that everybody, and it's right there.
Yeah.
And people, if you don't know, they actually still have some of the radium tubs up in the Will Rogers Hotel as well. So you can actually, they have it blocked off, so it's a big glass, and you can see the actual tubs and things where people used to come in and do the radiant baths.
See, I didn't know that. Yeah. So now you're telling me something.
It's really cool. It's neat. You should, the lady that manages it now, she took me up there one time and showed it to me, and I was just like, this is so cool. Like, this is neat. And, and honestly, like me, I've always wanted to go up in like the very top of the hotel. But then part of me, like, I don't like heights. So there's like that kind of weird mixture. I'm like, I really want to do it, but like, I'm not even going to try. Because I'm going to get up there going, no.
All right, let's go. Let me down.
But no, definitely. That's it. Like I said, those buildings are so historical that they've been here for 1800s, 1900s, the early 1900s, late 1800s, some of these buildings. And I don't know about you. Did you see that dude walking in the tunnels?
In the tunnels? I had no clue about the tunnels. Me
neither.
And I'm like, where's that at?
I don't want to do that by any means. That scares the hell out of me. But
yeah,
that's like one of my I watch too many movies. Like it reminds me too much of the catacombs in France. So like that's why I'm like I'm out. There's too many
spookies in there.
Too many spookies. I'm too superstitious to do stuff like that. I'm like, nope. I mean, like 15-year-old Phil, I'd have been on. I'd be like, we're gonna go find this. We're gonna do it.
But now, you know,
almost 40 Phil, like I'm going. One, my back cannot handle being bent over that long walking around. I mean, that dude was like,
he's crunched around, man. I'm like, well, what happens if my knees give out?
Oh yeah, you're stuck. And then he pulls up his phone and like shows his GPS, and he's like right, like under downtown, like in the middle of town. And I'm like, that is the craziest thing. But it was really cool to see some of those rock,
the arches.
Yeah, the arches that they had built up in there, and I mean, that's
what did they?
It's also kind of scary too, because like well, that's really old. If that washes out, like I'm thinking sinkholes. I go sinkholes because I was not afraid of sinkholes until I married my wife, and that's like one of her biggest fears is falling in a sinkhole, and I never thought about sinkholes until my wife came along. Thanks, babe. And now I'm like, if I'm standing on the edge of like this or something, I'm always like, man, what if there's something that just washes out and it just like goes out from underneath me?
It's feeling a little soft, you know?
I don't know. I can get paranoid. I'm watching, I watch videos on the internet and the car just like collapses in the middle of the road and you're like,
takes half a city block, you know?
It's terrifying.
Man.
But yeah, it's really cool. I mean, Claremore has so much history and the museum's really cool there. The MO is really amazing. They do a great job at like rotating different things in there, and so I've learned a lot of stuff about Claremore just from the different exhibits they have in there.
Absolutely.
And I mean, and everybody that runs the Mo, like, I appreciate you guys putting all that time in there, because they're not getting paid to do this. They're all volunteers to keep this history going. And I truly hope that it continues after they're gone.
Me too.
It'll be people like me and you that are sitting up there running, talking about nerdy things, and did you know about this? Well, I was around back in 2026, and there was
there was this guy in the tunnels down here.
Oh, that's funny. So, what's something that that the community's done that you're proud of around our local area? What is something that you've seen that you're like, man, I'm proud to say that's from our community? I know it's a big question, and it could be anything.
I could go two ways. I could go with Gator Fest and how everybody has rallied around Gator Fest. Yep. It's brought new people into town. It's brought the community closer together in that sense. I know there's some, still people that don't like it, don't go out there to it, whatever. But it's
like you said, it's a community thing.
It's
not one side or this or that. It's
fun. Free. It's free.
It's free, yeah.
It's one of those things because
lots of vendors out there, so
lots of vendors,
cool stuff. It's a free event, so you can save your money and spend it on the vendors.
Yeah,
and have some fun.
And then the other one, man, is when they started revitalizing downtown. I know there's a lot of talk about the parklets and the parking spots and all that crap, man. But
it's always something.
It's always something. Can't make everybody happy, but. The way I look at it is they are refurbishing all these old buildings, that
people are coming
are
in
the
and spending
original
lots of money.
Yeah, and they're trying to build it up and bring it up, and everybody's rallying around it. And again, like I said, there's, a few bad apples in every bunch, but you can't fix it. Not everything's going to be perfect, but what matters to me is people are trying, and coming together and really pushing to make Claremore something that, it's
what
never
it could
been
really be.
What it could be, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, back in the day, there was a point where Claremore was like, that was a spot. Like people used to come from around just to come to Claremore.
Yeah.
And we've kind of lost it a little bit. I mean, we've got, just in Claremore alone, I mean, with Will Rogers, and I don't know if that's just an Oklahoma thing that we know, that we're so obsessed with him because he's from here or what, but I mean, the dude was something else. Over 100 years ago, he was the man. Like, if he would have ran for president, he would have won.
Oh, all
hands
day long.
down.
All day long. He brought a whole, like you said, he was way before his time.
He was one of those, I don't know, I think honestly, his traveling around the world, doing what he did, being in the rodeo and seeing so much and seeing outside of this.
Yeah, just to
I mean,
what
literally,
you're used
like
to.
right out here, he grew up, he was born right in the middle of where this lake is at.
Yep. Yep.
And he comes in, and you read his quotes today, they still are relevant for today, over 100 years later.
Yep.
Like,
that's it. I never met a stranger I didn't like.
Never met a stranger, never met a man I didn't like.
Never met a man I didn't like.
Sorry, I changed it a little bit so it wasn't. I didn't. I no copyrights.
That's
But
true. Never.
I don't know if there is, but you know, there's so
speaks
many
volumes.
things. It does. The way that he taught, the way that he was talking, the way he was as a, with the politicians and things. Both sides were his friends. They both liked him. Both sides of people, the country, the people, they liked him.
Yep.
It wasn't,
When you look at it, and
that kind of, I don't know, to me that shows the kind of
man he was.
the people, and what Oklahoma can cultivate in a person.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Well, and it's that, and I think that he truly had common sense. Common sense is something nobody has had for the last 150 years. Up until today, nobody's got common sense. And the people with common sense, like Will Rogers, it's so mind-blowing to everybody because it's like, oh, well, he's got common sense. He's
What is that?
Exactly.
What is he doing?
And there needs to be a common sense party with anything,
I'd vote for them.
Absolutely.
We need a common sense party. Forget everything else. I'm not. That's the weirdest thing. I don't talk about politics too much with outside of my friends and family, because
Absolutely.
everybody gets so angry about it.
Well, and that's it, man.
But I'm more of a what's right for people.
Yep.
I'm for it.
Yep.
I don't care if it's a Republican came out with it. I don't care if it's Democrat came out with it. If it's what's good for people, our nation, our country,
Yep.
I'm down for it.
That's it. That's the way that I
want
look
to see
at it.
what is the long game? When's it going to be good for us? If it's bad for us, I don't care who it is.
Yeah. I don't want to see anybody hungry. I don't want to see anybody homeless. I don't want to see any of that stuff. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And right now it's no good. So
no good.
Well, that's as far as I'll go in
Yep.
saying that. But I don't care what anybody says. We're living in the middle of it, and I see.
Amen. Yes, sir.
You richer people and things like that, we're the lower class. We're feeling it. We don't have that extra cushion like some other people do. I don't have a cushion. I'm literally winging life.
That's
what
it.
I mean?
That's it, man. We're living.
So I'm just saying from experience. So we talked about something in the community, things like that. What would you like to see change in the community?
Man, less judgment.
Less judgment.
Less judgment. Less
That's
hate.
a good one.
It doesn't matter where somebody's from. Originally, if they moved to Claremore and they want to help build this place up, let them do it.
Let them do it.
Let them do it. This is their home now. They're not switching back and forth between three different places. Welcome to Claremore. Come on in, man.
Let's have some fun.
It doesn't have to be, your last name shouldn't have any bearing on what you can do in this town. Mm-hmm. And that goes anywhere from politics to running a store to, buying something from your local grocery store.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what your last name is. It's about the person that you are. Mm-hmm. And that's something that
we need more of that.
That I would wish would change. And we're slowly.
And the judgment on the end of where people will go. These people come together, volunteer their time, and make this huge event.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. People, say, just an example like Dickens on the Boulevard. Mm-hmm. There are so many hours, so many meetings that these people are taking away to put their time into something for this. And then after it's done, you've got so many people, oh, well, they should have done this, or why do they do this, or this or that.
Yeah.
You don't realize the hours and hours and hours for those 2 days that they put into it for you to come and enjoy for free.
And if you wanted it something different, come to a meeting.
Come join.
Come
work
work
your
on
hours
it.
in. Come put those hours in to make it. If you want that there, come do it.
That's it. That's the way I look at it,
Right there with you, yeah. I think that's a good one because we get a lot of judgment out there, especially in small communities like we do here in Claremore.
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Everybody knows everything, especially with social media. We can literally get on Facebook and find out anything and everything about everybody. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But that's another thing sometimes that's not bad. Sometimes I can find out some people about people. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna stay away from that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that one. I like that.
I need to stay away from that. before we start getting to close down and things like that, I want you to play me a song.
All right.
You got the guitar with you.
I got the guitar.
So let's grab that guitar.
Yeah.
What song are you going to play for me?
We'll probably do, I just released one called Stronger in Miami.
That's what I'm talking about. I was kind of hoping you'd play that one. I'm going to grab a microphone here for you.
Yeah.
For your guitar. All right. See, this is what happens whenever you're like a solo podcaster. I don't have anybody standing behind the cameras, making sure camera's recording or this thing. Like, I'm winging it, man. We gotta, you just kind of go around.
Heck yeah. I'm here for it, man.
So I'm gonna tell you something funny while you're sitting this set up.
Absolutely.
So whenever you release this song, I saw it on Facebook first, and I read it in my head because I'm an Okie. I read "Stronger in Miami" in my head. That's what I said. And then I listened to the song and I went, "Oh, Miami. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than Miami because I mean, it was Miami."
And I won't lie to you. Whenever this song, it was given to me, it was written by a friend of mine named Jack Brassfield. Hell of a songwriter, hell of a guy.
It's a great song.
But that's exactly how I read it in my head too.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because I've always heard Miami growing up. I've never been to Florida.
I mean, what?
Not yet, anyway.
I say one thing we didn't talk about. So that's crazy about you. You've never been to the beach or on an airplane.
Yes. Yeah, I've never been to the beach. Never been on an airplane.
That's crazy.
Let me rephrase. I'll be 30. Yeah, I'll be 30 in May.
Gosh, that's crazy.
I was on a plane when I was 3 years old once, but that don't count because I don't remember it.
Because I don't remember. I don't remember. It don't count. I like that.
That's it, man. We'll get this thing
get all tuned up. I know it's hard to see in the sun.
Make sure it's on guitar.
So this song, "Stronger in Miami," you released that, January, right, of this year?
Yeah, January, the end of January this year.
And I love it. I think it's really the lyrics are great. You do a great job with the vocals on it, like inflections, and I don't know how to describe it. Like I said, I'm a music guy, and so I listen to it, and I can be honest with you, there's a lot of local musicians that come out with stuff that are friends of mine that I do listen to, and I'm like, whew, it needs a little work, Mm-hmm. And nothing against them. I love them. They're still great musicians, but there's songs that are just, they don't, again, goes back to the empty feeling of it.
Yeah.
And when this song came out, I was like, damn, this is good. I was like, that's my boy.
My guy, I appreciate that more than you know, brother. I really do.
Dude. I think it's awesome. So where did you record this song?
The Echo Studios.
Echo Studios, yeah.
With Mr. Bryce Reherd. Got it recorded, went in and cut some vocals on it, man, and most fun I've had in a long time.
Heck yeah. Nothing beats going in the studio and just rocking out, just playing your music. And then afterwards, hearing that finished product and go, dang, I made that. Like, that was me, Like, yeah.
That's it.
Something else, dude.
That's...
I love it.
I haven't... I've got a real bad problem with not remembering words sometimes, because I really get into it.
You don't have to tell me about that. Man. Shoot, dude. There's songs I've been singing for 30 years now that I sometimes don't remember the lyrics to.
All right. We ready?
We're ready. Get it.
All right, brother man. She picked me up from the airport. I knew right away what I was in for. The weekend of my life, I played my cards right. She's everything I dreamed of. To kiss and tell is not my style. Well, I can't hide this smile. She's everything that I imagine. Loving and laughing, we were falling in love. The liquor's stronger in Miami. Either that or she just had me in the palm of her hand. By the time we hit the sand, well, I knew that I loved Amy. Well, I don't know if it's the sunshine or if it's all in my mind. All I know is I love Amy. Hello, Florida, goodbye, Cali. The liquor's stronger in Miami. Never thought I'd leave the West for an East Coast address. Now all I wanna see is her staring back at me and that smile on her face. We settled into our new place. Well, I get calls from LA. I tell them I'm not coming back. My bags, they're all unpacked, and I am here to stay. The liquor's stronger in Miami. Either that or she just had me in the palm of her hand. By the time we hit the sand, I knew that I loved Amy. Well, I don't know if it's the sunshine or if it's all in my mind. All I know is I love Amy. Hello, Florida, goodbye, Cali. All I know is I love Amy. Hello, Florida, goodbye, Cali. The liquor's stronger in Miami.
Woo! I love that song. I'm not gonna lie. That's so hard not to sing. Like I'm sitting there wording it, and I was almost started humming, but I'm like, no, I don't want my microphone to pick it up. I was trying to be quiet for you. Love that song, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to have you come on to the come out, play show, whatever it is, how do they get a hold of you?
Man, you can get a hold of me Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to set an email account up, but if you message me on any of my social media, I'll get right back with you as soon as I can. Yeah.
That's the way to do it. So
that's the way
find
to
him
do
on
it.
social media, guys. He's tagged in posts here, so you'll be able to find him. Go like his page. Go follow him.
Yeah.
Go listen to some more of his stuff. Go watch him play. You will not regret it. I promise you that. Because I mean, you just heard what I heard, and that was pretty damn good. So, before we go, I always like to ask this question because I think success is something that's just a wide spectrum thing. And I like to hear what people, I know I have an idea of what success is to me, and I like to hear what the idea of success is to other people. What is your definition of success?
Happiness.
Oof, one word, damn,
Happiness.
that's easy. Happiness is success. No
That's
matter
it,
what you're doing, as long as you're happy, right?
Doesn't matter what you're doing, man. Other people can say, man, $1 million and I'm successful. $2 million, money in the world, all the money in the world. You can't take it with you.
No.
You can't take it with you. You know, that's as long as the people that matter the most in your life bring you happiness and you bring them that same amount of happiness, you'll always be successful.
Dude, I bet you guys didn't know that like he was so like philosophical, like so deep. I mean, listen to his voice. So you shoot. I know I keep on going, but that woo, that baritone of it just gets you.
Man.
I love it.
Well, yeah, that's it, man. Happiness is the key to success.
That's easy. Well, I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah,
coming
absolutely.
out here, being on the show with me, getting to share your story and to the community. And I want to share you with our community so they know that's a secret gym we got here, right here. Look at it. And he's wearing his Buddy White Justice hat.
Yeah.
Another secret hidden gym here. Great musician as well.
Absolutely.
Love that man. He's got an awesome EP that he released last year too. That it is
killer.
If you like slower, good old country music, that is your jam.
That's it,
brother. Anyways, guys, you're looking to bring Kyle on for a show, whatever. Like I said, anywhere and everywhere, he's gonna play for you. So, guys, holler at him.
Give me a holler.
Keep him busy.
That's it, yeah.
I want to be able to go see him any night of the week, wherever I want to. If I decide I wake up on Tuesday and I want to go see Kyle Maine, I can go find him somewhere.
That's it. That's it, man.
There we go. I like that. So, anyways, guys, Kyle, I appreciate you. I love you, Bubba. Thank you so much. I hope you just skyrocket. I know you will. You're an amazing musician. You're an amazing person. You've got the biggest heart. You're so kind and genuine. And I think people know that. They see it, and that's why, like me, they're instantly your buddy. And that's just the kind of person you are. And that's the kind of people that I like to show with Oklahoma. So I appreciate you being here, Bubba.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for listening to another episode. We'll talk to you soon.